Ever wondered how to crack those tricky Google interview questions? The ones that make your brain do acrobatics? Today, we're diving into the secrets behind acing these brain teasers with finesse and confidence. Imagine you're face to face with the Google hiring team, fielding questions that feel like they're straight from a labyrinth. Fear not though, we've got the ultimate strategies to help you sail through with flying colors. So, buckle up as we unravel the art of mastering those tough Google interview questions, leaving those hiring managers seriously impressed. Let's dive in. Let's start with account strategist role, where our interviewer is always the reliable John. John pops the question: how would you boost customer satisfaction from 80 to 90% without extra tools? Well, you can say this. First things first, is this a new or old customer? How long have they been with us? What's our history with them? I'm also keen on their industry. Is it our usual or something niche? Are we enhancing satisfaction for our clients or their clients? Do we deal with products or services? Any past surveys? Are we focusing on everyone or a specific group of users? John, I know that's a bunch of queries. Could you clarify a few? Alright, let's chat about some helpful ideas to narrow things down. Data is where I always start. Gathering, collecting, understanding. Considering our lack of extra resources, what are their budget, timeline, and resources like? Understanding the overall picture, the customer segment, and the key players is crucial, as is building a shared vision and plan. Starting with data feels right. What do you think, John? Would you rather discuss the data or something else? Let's make a few assumptions. Say, it's a small business client in e-commerce, working with our full Google Ads suite, focusing on their customer satisfaction. Looking at the data, step 1 is to grasp the current scenario. Any insights from their recent customer surveys? We'll dissect all the details from yes or no answers to the free comments, finding patterns in performance, usage, scalability, and ease of use is key. We'll also check our internal data compared to similar businesses, reviewing our use cases and the competition, examining their product usage, be it display, search, or YouTube, is crucial before our meeting. John, that's a good point to pause. I could delve deeper into their performance, a personal favorite, or we could step back and explore their scaling across platforms. Any preference on your end? Now, let's switch over to the cloud. We're going to focus on a broad sales engineer role for the cloud. This could involve things like simple data analysis and machine learning. Our interviewer is always named John, by the way. So, let me repeat the question for you. You've got to boost customer satisfaction from 80 to 90% without extra tools or resources. How would you tackle this? Alright, John, I really want to grasp the situation with a client. Are they new or have we been working with them for some time? Do I know them already? Where are they at with their cloud experience? Are they just starting out or are they already pretty knowledgeable? Are they aiming to improve satisfaction with a particular product, service, or both? Also, have we done any surveys with them before, considering their overall satisfaction? I know that was a lot, John, but I'm thinking of a few different approaches for this cloud customer. I need to take a step back and begin by listening and showing empathy to build trust. Then, I'll focus more on the technical side, understanding how they use the platform and work on scaling and automation. Finally, I'll work on an action plan, emphasizing training and automation to enhance customer satisfaction. But before we dive in, let's make some assumptions. Let's say it's an enterprise client we've been assisting for a year in the technology field, and we're their cloud provider, mainly using GCP services. If we're looking at automation, we could check out a tool like Kubernetes, which is quite significant. We can delve deeper into their setups, particularly if they've been utilizing the cloud for a year while introducing a new services and projects. One way to improve their service could be to focus on data and assist them in creating effective dashboards. Some key areas to consider, especially for a tech company, would be user activity and server response time. We can automate these dashboards and even duplicate them across workspaces, providing clearer insights and streamlining processes for them. This is a simplified overview, John. We can delve further into aspects like traffic and latency, or discuss scaling. Is there a specific area you'd like to explore more? Alright, let's switch gears and look at the big picture here. I want to sum up my approach to each part of the CFAST method. So, start with clarifying questions. You'll notice there were some differences, but overall, the questions were pretty similar. What does this mean? It means you should have a set of go-to questions that cover a wide range and always work. Moving on to the framework part, I'll give you a couple of examples. The first one was more about how I manage programs, but I simplified some details. Generally, I focus on operations in the first framework. Then, in the second one, I combined a collaborative approach with a more technical one related to GCP. I'll share these examples so you can check them out. But the key is to have a few frameworks you like and then mix them up for success. Now, let's talk about assumptions. Mine were pretty straightforward. I assumed the customer was already with us for a year, and I chose industries that aren't heavily regulated just to make things easier. In one case, I considered improving our clients' client satisfaction, and in the other, it was about directly enhancing our clients' satisfaction. Either way could work well. You just need to figure it out with your clarifying questions. Lastly, for solutions, I kept it broader for the account strategist role. But I hinted at the possibility of delving into the Google ad space. As for the SE role, I went a bit technical, but I kept it brief to gauge whether John wanted a more tech-focused or collaborative approach. Remember, we couldn't use any extra resources, but I assumed they were using Kubernetes, and maybe they just didn't know all its capabilities, especially when it comes to automation. There are other things I'd like to talk about, things I still need to cover today. Just wanted to throw some concepts out there like CSAT surveys, influencing factors, desired outcomes, communication strategies, and more. These factors are important and they can make a real difference in your approach. As we wrap up this deep dive into cracking those elusive Google interview questions, it's clear that mastering the CFAST method is the secret sauce to acing any tough query. Remember, staying confident and emphatic is vital whether it's about deciphering data or navigating complex technical solutions. Now, here's a question for you. What's your go-to strategy for tackling challenging interview questions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you found this video helpful, remember to hit that like button and share it with your fellow job seekers. And if you want more insider tips and tricks for acing those interviews, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Until next time, keep honing those interview skills and aiming for the stars. You've got this!